Untitled Chapter.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode here of the Towny survival series at shadowkingdom.org. And today we've got a few things to say before we start getting on with the project of the week. And first things first, I know I mentioned this at the end of last episode, but I have decided that we're going to be going to 2-week episodes instead of weekly episodes because I am honestly finding it a little harder to get the content in every single week. I do work full time as well as doing this, so it's a bit of a push, and I don't want to be giving you half-baked episodes, so I'd rather take a little bit more time and give you something of a bit more quality. So hopefully you guys are happy with that. But we do have some big plans. I know that last episode was 90% Towny tour, and that was a little bit weak, I will be honest, so we're going to try not to do that, and I have got lots of big plans. So without further ado, let's get into the plans. And the first of our plans is down here, so let's go into first person and I will show you what my thoughts are for those of you who bravely watched all the way to the end of last episode. I know that's not actually that many of you. We talked about thinking about a big project for under here. It seems a shame to have this cavernous space without doing something with it. So you will see I have started to etch out this strange shape on the floor that you can see here with the white concrete. My rather ambitious idea is that we're going to excavate this as a huge, great big pit, kind of a little bit Star Wars Sarlacc pit style, and maybe put some kind of thing emerging from the pit underneath the temple. So that's my big idea. That's probably quite an end game project. There's lots of steps to go into that. So obviously we've got to mine all of this out. We've got to shift our base. Silly of us to build it there, to be quite honest. So that's going to have to get moved. And then once that's mined out, designed, and the base shifted, then we start building whatever is going to live inside here. So that's a big, big project. So I think in the meantime, we do have to have some smaller projects that can keep us going. So I've been saying this for a little while, but we are actually going to start doing these plots here. 1, 2, and around there 3 and 4 over the other side, but this side first, obviously, because this is where we have some plots being developed. We're going to start making some nice pathways with trees and water features and such. So those are some of the ideas we've got, guys, so stay tuned and let's see how much we can get done in today's episode. Oh, and to further complicate things, before I start digging that pit, I want to get our 4th job, and at the moment I can't get a 4th job because of my rank. So we are going to be grinding, and we need about 500,000, I think, to get the rank behind me. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, I can't see which one it is. There it is. There it is. Conqueror, which gives us 4 jobs instead of 3. So I want to grind out the money to get Conqueror rank in order to get the digging job before we start digging that pit, because I don't want to be doing all that effort and getting nothing in return. We want some good cash off that first, so we have lots to do. But one thing I have done already in anticipation is to get the OP pick, which is in the token shop, as you can see here. This with efficiency 5, unbreaking 5. I'm going to be putting on the haste 2 and mending at the very least on that as well, to make that job much faster. Well, it might not look like much, folks. It doesn't look like anything's changed, except that we now have one more floor on our elevator to a big hole. Yes, this took me the guts of an hour and a half to dig out one stupid flippin' hole. But this is where all of this is going to be completely and perfectly brought down to here, so that we can start to build our giant hole. We're making progress, and the other thing is, as I said, we needed money, so I have been grinding, and we've got 114,000. We are getting there. What? I don't know, can't do the maths. That's not quite a quarter, is it? But we are getting close, folks. Progress is being made, but I just wanted to stop here and go, do you know what? That actually looks really cool without the walls in it, doesn't it? I'm quite surprised. I might try and remember that, take a screenshot or two, and try and use a design like that on a future build, because it looks kind of cool without walls, doesn't it? Well guys, I've been busy with another member joined the town just there now, so we've been getting Reagan plot, and now that that's been done, I want to show you how far we've got. And now we have no base. Well, less base. Yes, it's only taken me 3.5 hours, but we have finally got everything down here. So after 3.5 hours, we are more or less where we started. Kind of. But I'm happy with that. It's taken a while, but it's worth it because now we can... Whoa, went all the way up there. We can start to work on the big projects, which is going to be mining this lot out. I think we're going to leave the villager breeder there for now. It's hovering mostly, so if we dig underneath it doesn't matter too much. At some point I'm going to have to figure out how to get those villagers possibly down to the base, which is gonna be fun because it was hard enough moving them the first time. But hey, never mind, what's Minecraft without a bit of villager herding? So for now, that's what we've done. So stay tuned and we'll see how much further we can get. Well, I made a bit of a boo-boo here and recorded the video without the audio, which was a bit silly of me, so I'm going to have to just recap as we watch the footage what I've been doing. Mate, it's fairly obvious, isn't it, what I've been doing? I have indeed been moving these silly, awkward villagers down into the base. It's taken me ages, and there was only 8 of them, which is ridiculous, but getting them into those minecarts is a right pain in the backside. But we did it. We got every single one of them down into the base, and as you'll see now in a minute, we have indeed excavated a whole extra second room for keeping these guys in. I haven't decorated it at all yet. As you can see, it's all fairly bare, but at least we have everybody down here and safe and sound now, so that's good. As you can see, second room all done, but we've also been working hard on another area of the base. As I said, we have been looking at the path plots up here, and I finally made some progress at last after so many episodes of saying I would. Look, we've got some palm trees now. Full disclosure here, yes, I did look up a YouTube tutorial because frankly I couldn't be bothered to figure out how to do this and spend hours on it. It would have taken far too long. So there we go, guys. There's some lovely palm trees for our path. We're going to put more details on this later to make it look prettier, but we've got the basics of a design made out here, and after we've done that we're going to be moving down the plot, down the steps, doing a bit more jazzy stuff down there. Well, that's quite enough of that for now. It's finally that time of the episode when we get to do another Towny tour, and this time we have been invited to have a little tour around Celestial Nation's newest member town, the town of Nebula. So let's have a look. Before we have a look at the town itself, let's have a look at the details. So here we have it, Nebula, space station somewhere in the east. 21 members, well done guys, you're doing great. Nearly 1 million in the bank, woo, you've been saving some coin. And yeah, Baron von Reeps. Reeps has shown me around already. This town isn't public, so he kindly TP'd me over. And so we're going to have a little look around, see the progress he's making on his big project. And by the way, folks, it is definitely big. Look at the size of this thing, it's enormous. And apparently, as big as this is, it's nowhere near finished. Reeps says he's got some big plans for this place, and if this isn't big already, I don't quite know what it is, but it is very impressive. Even from the point of view of survival alone, this thing is entirely made out of quartz and obsidian, 2 of the hardest blocks to obtain in the game, practically speaking, so well done. This is a mammoth job. I would hate to think how many blocks are already in this. But he says it's still a work in progress. We have these glass chambers all the way around here at various heights, but the main feature is this here, which we can't quite see from the outside, but in there, can we see it from up here? You may just be able to see it. There is the dragon egg. I love the idea that there might be some lore behind this space station. They've got this dragon egg locked away in this chamber, just in case it hatches and all hell breaks loose. That's a nice little idea. I'd love to see some lore expanded on for that. And this thing keeps going and going and going. It's fantastic. And we see some more branching off parts here. It feels a little bit like an end city meets Nether, all mixed into one, with the Nether quartz and the very end style architecture. Maybe that's just me. Do you guys see that with these poking off little extra bits? But anyway, I just think this is a fantastic start. It looks really good, and it is very impressive from the top as well. It even gives you a bit of a weird optical. Ooh, here we go. Sorry, I love doing that. That's really childish of me, but I don't care. Inside, you can see the lifts go all the way down, and we can see there's lots of little rooms in here that aren't being used yet. I wonder if there's 21 people in this town. They're obviously not individual bases. Maybe they're going to get individual parts of the space station eventually. Who knows? But obviously this is Reeps' storage and base down here at the bottom. But a really, really great start. Lots of interesting stuff happening here. Cannot wait to see it actually finished. But here we can see the dragon egg itself. There it is. Well done for getting one of them. And fantastic work on the actual build as well. It looks really good. Honestly, Reeps and Co. Whether Reeps is doing most of the building himself or whether it's the whole town, I do not know. But it is a fantastic start. So thanks for letting us have a look around the place and enjoy it at this early stage. And we will definitely be back in the future to see this when it is in a more finished state. So well done, Reeps, and thanks for the visit. Well, after all that, I think it's about time we wrapped up today's episode. So guys, just before we go, I wanted to show you the little extra bit of progress I had been making down here on the path plots. We'd already shown you the trees, but we've been sticking up some melons. We've been putting across these fences, which we're going to put some banners on to add a bit of colour, maybe put some flowers in the flower beds, and definitely some lighting because this place is pitch black dark in the night time. It doesn't look great. I'm even going to, when I get a chance, get some quartz blocks under here, because I really hate this about path blocks, how they expose that extra layer. It's extra effort, but I think it's worth it just for the extra little detail. And we've also been extending down even further, as you can see, onto the next stair plot and into the next path plot down. We're going to have this kind of grand staircase kind of thing coming down, which I think I made some good progress. I'm not quite finished yet. I'm thinking we'll have a flat wall here with maybe a water fountain or a feature coming out here that might, I don't know, maybe feed down here and into this plot. And obviously we're going to have some more trees here as well, and more funky stuff here just to make that all flow down. Once we're happy with the design, then we can maybe replicate it on the other three sides. Maybe, guys, what do you think? Should I do the same design down all four, or do I try and make extra work for myself and do a different design down each of the four paths? That would be a challenge indeed. So guys, that's been us for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and as always, I really appreciate when you hit that like button, show me that I'm doing a good job. And yeah, keep the subscriptions coming in. We have hit the 300 mark in the last week, which is amazing. I am so grateful for everyone's support. So guys, have a good week, and we'll see you in the next episode.